to talk us through it, and then we'll figure out if it's good or bad.
Alright, so I use 3 different colors. Green for the cooling part, gray is more of the middle ground between hot and cold, and red is the hottest part. For my diagram, since I use nanowalls, I use louvers on my electric building. So it's basically saying, when the wind comes in from the southwest, it'll cool the house when the nanowalls are open, and then when it's closed, then the entire building will be warm and not cold. That's basically it. And then, do you want me to show the section?
Well, let's talk about this first. Yeah.
Personally, I think the bright fluorescent green isn't working correctly. To me, it's too bright, and it's like punching me in the face. And it makes it, truthfully, it makes it hard to read the gray, especially like in the areas where there's less, like where it's just speckled. I can't see any gray at all. I can only see red because there's such a differential between the colors. And then also up in the design diagram for the wind, it's hard to see because 1, it's small, and then 2, because of the color.
I agree with all that. Astute observations. Anyone else? Anyone else see anything that's really effective?
I like how he did the gray part around the solution for the wind. I think that worked. It made it really connected together. I like it more than the dotted lines, actually.
Precisely. Yeah. Thank you for picking that out. And it also relates very, very well to your connection between your dry bulb and your radiant heat gain. There's a good language that connects, heading toward your conclusion here and heading toward your conclusion there, I think. And apparently you think, so that's good. Do you guys agree?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Another thing that, and this is kind of for all of us, I know that I didn't really go into text very much. What I would say for the future is that when you're developing the text for a full large presentation, you're probably going to have to replace all of this text because we cannot read that. And I'm saying that as a blanket statement for all of us because I didn't approach it either. But in reality, when you've got this on a big board, you better replace this with text that you can read, if it's applicable. Also, a title. So this one right here lost its title. So that title right here should be replaced probably with the same text here. Bring it down, rename it, bring it down, rename it. For all of us, Okay. All right. That was simple.
Yep.
Easy, fast. All right, let's go to your building.
Where you have it?
It's just another window. Let's see. This one?
Yeah. But I mean, it's basically the same thing, explaining how the wind's going to come from the southwest and go through my main space, which is the living room.
Can you zoom on this one?
Oh, you gotta go over to you. Oh,
All right. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
So yeah, I kept the same colors, for the wind, the green, which is the cooling part. And then for the section, I did it red, just to keep the same colors. And this one is, my project is a wetland, so I don't know if we can actually use this to cool the house.
Can.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Now, here, the fluorescent green works perfectly because it really pops out from the brown and everything like that. I think one thing that you could have explored was show how the pool can be used for cooling. I'm not sure how you would do that, but I don't know, maybe put like little things coming up from the pool and try to show how you can use the temperature from the pool being blown into the house to show how it's cool. Yeah, I said I'm just pulling out.
Not necessarily.
you could use it in the same diagram?
Yeah. I want to just pause on what Wes was saying for a moment.
I tried.
Well, no. It's a really good strategy to show it that way. And in the more illustrative diagrams, it certainly communicates very well. But if you're going to go that route, you guys know I don't like arrows.
Mhm.
So what I would suggest, and it communicates the same way, except it's simple and clean and elegant, is to just start off with whatever color this line should be, unless it's blue, but then transition it to a cooler color.
So like a gradient?
Yeah, so for instance, if you started with maybe a gradient, maybe not. You know, it could just switch colors, and then, you know, when you get inside the space, switch colors to a more neutral, you know, room temperature warm. You know, but for lack of a better color, or, you know, something, you could start off with orange. Let's say you had like an ochre sort of orange for your diagram, which is a warm color, and then it reaches the pool and it just transitions to green or blue, cyan, whatever it is, and then inside the space it transitions back to
White or gray.
like a goldenrod yellow or something that makes it a little bit more warm, or if your space is so large that it's going to get hot, transition it to red and show that transition of heat as it goes through the space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Helpful?
Yeah.
All right, anything else? I saw some other stuff on your sheet, or is that not it?
Oh no, I forgot to delete that stuff.
Yeah, so your, where, hold on. I don't know, I just hotkey zoomed, I don't know. Yeah. How did I do that? There we go. So guys, just FYI, Control-Alt and the zoom wheel is how you do it in this stupid PDF year. So, format, obviously, too. I don't know if you just didn't have time or you didn't have time for
yes.
it. Yeah,
I forgot.
yeah. So, okay. Cool. Thank you. Awesome stuff so far, guys.